I'm excited to announce the opening of a new Facebook community for the Master Your Mindset, Master Your Life podcast. And this is to get a group of like minded individuals to get together, to push themselves, to actually hold each other accountable, and to level up their lives. I talk about making a positive impact in the world, and this is how I'm hoping to do that. So if you're interested in joining, jump on Facebook, look for Master Your Mindset, Master Your Life, and see if you can join the group. Otherwise, drop me a DM on Instagram at just.live.coaching and I'll send you the link. Did you know that the average person has an attention span less than that of a goldfish? Welcome to Master Your Mindset, Master Your Life. This is a podcast that empowers you to take back control of your life, to start unlocking your full potential, and to get you to become the best version of yourself. I'm Sanj, and today I'm talking about how to actually transform your focus and how it will transform your life. So, how often do you find yourself getting distracted on a daily basis, on a moment by moment basis? It can happen when you're sitting there listening to someone say something. You could be having an in-depth conversation, and all of a sudden, your focus goes elsewhere. And before you know it, you're watching that person's lips move, but you are not taking anything in. Or how many times have you been in a conversation and you lose focus because you're actually planning on the next thing you're going to say rather than what they're saying? We literally are living in a world where we are constantly distracted. The noises of our phones, constant notifications going off, it's just all around us all the time. And it's overwhelming. Our brain can only process about 7 things consciously at one time. But can you imagine all the things that are going on around you? All the things from smells, what you're seeing, what you're hearing, what you're smelling, what you're tasting, what you're feeling. And those are all external things. But imagine then if all the internal things going on within you as well. And so we are now in a world where we just keep adding to things that can distract us. Our phones are a constant distraction, TV, just other people. How many times have you been sitting there focusing on one thing, and before you know it, your mind has drifted and you can't even remember the thing you thought about in the first place? Life is actually all about focusing. When you focus, it's actually the secret sauce for a life well lived. It's so crucial because when you're focused, your energy aligns like a laser. And so it cuts through all those distractions and it just paves the way for your success because you're not worried about all the other things that you could be doing. You're focused. Your laser-like vision, tunnel vision, getting you to your goal. All the nights out, the conversations, the TV shows, the things that could be distracting you from taking action that will not get you towards your goal, the thing that will take you off your path, you're no longer worried about that. You're no longer focused on anything else other than what your end goal is. You're practicing your self-discipline. You're not allowing yourself to be distracted. You're not allowing yourself to look for the short-term instant gratifications. You're focusing on that long-term delayed gratification, that one big thing that will change your life. As I said at the beginning, the average person's attention span is less than that of a goldfish. We can barely concentrate for 10 seconds, and that's a good amount. Imagine that 10 seconds we struggle to focus on one thing for. But we need to start actually changing that. We need to actually teach ourselves how to focus. If you start to actually change the way your mind works, if you work with your mind to become more focused, to become more determined, and more disciplined. You will actually transform yourself mentally, physically, emotionally. Because again, it will not be that thing where you are distracted. You will not get shiny object syndrome where you just run off to the next fancy thing that catches your eye. You will be determined to get to the end of whatever you are doing. So today I'm going to talk about 5 techniques that can actually help change your focus. The first one is mindful breathing. When you're feeling stressed, you're feeling distracted, and you feel that there's a lot of things going on, just take a moment to breathe. Just follow your breath in and out. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold for 4. And just notice, do that counting, and just notice the feeling of your breath as it goes in, as you hold it, as it goes out, and as you hold it again. Mindful breathing, it not only calms the storm within us, but also helps sharpen your focus. And it can also decrease your stress hormones. It can actually lower the cortisol in your body. It's like just a vacation, just a short break for your brain, and it allows you to bring yourself back to the present moment. So if you're just feeling like you're just getting distracted by everything around you, you're feeling slightly overwhelmed with all the things on your to-do list, just take a moment, just do some mindful breathing, bring yourself back to the present moment. The next way is called the Pomodoro technique. It's actually an Italian technique that actually means tomato, and it's focused short bursts of work, and it's working for 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off, 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off, 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off. And after your fourth 25 minutes, take 10 to 15 minutes. But in these breaks, make sure you're moving, make sure that you're doing something a bit active where your blood gets to just circulate a bit more. Get yourself away from the screen, get yourself active. After you've done your 25 minutes, your 5-minute break, get yourself away from your phone, get away from the screen, get yourself moving, get yourself active, maybe some jumping jacks, some push-ups, something to get the blood pumping in your body. It will also help when you try to focus after your 5-minute break. So try this out. It's a very simple technique. I use it for when I'm planning content for my podcasts, content for my reels, and even in my 9 to 5 as well. The third thing, clear your workspace. What you don't realize is when you have a cluttered workspace, it actually takes up space within your mind. Your mental energy is drained by all this clutter around you. When you actually clear your external environment, it influences your internal focus. When you have a clutter-free desk, it's actually zen. It means that your mind is not distracted. It can't see that phone out of the corner of your eye. It can't see that massive to-do list with all those things around you. When you declutter your space, you declutter your mind, and it can increase your productivity by up to 20%. The next thing is to actually prioritize your to-do list. There's a lot of talk about whether to-do lists are a good thing or a bad thing, but having a list of what you need to do actually means you spend less time wandering around thinking, okay, what's next on my to-do list? What's the next thing I've got to get done? Because it's all there. It's written down in front of you. You know what you need to do. And if you can, try time boxing. I found it very useful. It's very easy technique to use. Is where you actually break your day up into, you could do it into 15-minute intervals, 30-minute intervals, hour intervals, and you actually set yourself a time to do everything on your to-do list. Say between 7 and 8, you're going to say meditate. Maybe between 8 and 8:30 you're going to do exercise, so you can just set up your day and you know exactly what you're meant to be doing and when. Yes, it may not work perfectly, but you can adjust it. So when you prioritize your tasks and you map out your day, it can increase the likelihood of completion because you know what you need to get done. But with this to-do list, focus on the vital few things, not the trivial things. I mean, how many times have you actually written a to-do list and then you've done another task which wasn't on the list and you've then written it down and crossed it off to make you feel better, to make you feel that little bit more of that little sense of accomplishment? Tackle the high priority tasks first for a focus fueled win. Yeah, eat that frog. Do the nastiest task on your list first. And the final thing is a digital detox. Our screens in just everyday life, it's constant. It's always calling out for us by our notifications, our phone calls, our text messages, our social media, everything. Everything is now on our phone, banking, you name it. It's very rare that you can't get access to something on your phone, but sometimes you need to turn it off. You need to have that digital detox. You need to be able to function without it. People actually spend over 3 hours a day on average on their phones. So learn to unplug, unwind, and do activities where you are not in front of a screen. One of the best activities you can do to improve your focus is to read. Your mind will actually thank you. Where would your life be in 365 days if you actually learnt to harness the power of your focus and use it every day? Would you start a business? Would you become healthier? What would your life look like? So there you have it. There are 5 easy ways to help you become more focused in today's world, which is just vying to distract you constantly. Yeah, reclaim your attention from the chaos of distraction and see what difference it makes when you stay focused. Your focus actually determines your reality. So thank you for joining me today. And if you enjoyed this episode and got something from it, let me know. Leave a comment, drop me a message on my Instagram at just.live.coaching. My mission in 2024 is to make a positive impact on the world, and I sincerely hope you can help me do that by liking, by following and sharing this podcast with others. Remember, your mindset shapes your reality. You master it and you'll master your life. Thank you.